the abuela says this, and then the character translates this, but then it was like this, the abuela said it again. It seemed like the same thing the abuela said. I was wondering why you were saying this again.
Oh, cuando le dice, ya te dije, cabrona. Because when the little girl wants to put her down on the promise, make her promise it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you notice that?
I noticed that too.
And so it seemed, I don't know, it seemed redundant or extraneous to
It
me.
might be, porque.
But so if you're wanting to cut it, then that's where I was thinking.
Oh, because she says, "Can I trust the stranger's words?"
And then keep going.
And then then she says, "Do you promise to take me to Magdalena?"
Mm-hmm.
Because cuando brinca para acá, well, my grandmother never brought me to Magdalena, so it was like maybe I could cut it out. No sé, I have to think about it. Because like grandma. Another place, he said, I remembered her words exactly like she said. And so she repeats them exactly.
Yeah, she repeats them again, but it didn't seem that it was so long ago that I heard the grandma say those words. Mm-hmm. And so I was wondering why you were repeating them again.
Who knows? Maybe I'll throw it out.
Because, I'm just thinking about where you're cutting, where you're thinking about.
Because she said, can I go with you? Y lo le dice si te portas bien. And then she said, do you promise? And this grandma is muy cantankerous. Mm-hmm. Ya te dije como no. She's like that kind. She says, ya te dije.
Well, maybe this should be a play, Sylviana.
If I can say ya te dije, because the grandma already says that. She said it there and she says, ya te dije. Because she also does it with Elvis Presley and others. Ya te dije que no. And when you're begging somebody, they say, ya te dije. And like, that was the way that grandma did it.
Ladies, I have a question for you, a different kind of question, because...
Next time I'm going to put makeup. If I'm on that camera...
Cállate, Sylviana. Here's my question. We have been doing this for how many years? 18 years?
No. 18 or 19.
18 or 19 years.
I take a leave of absence and you two motors.
I know, we do. Okay, so here's the thing. I would say that for 18 or 19 years, we have been workshopping our work once a month.
Yes.
And workshopping meaning we hear each other's work, we read it to each other, and then we get feedback. And right now, the feedback that you were giving to Sylviana is very typical of the way that we respond to each other's work. Ballerina, can you talk a little bit about what is the most important thing, or what is the purpose and of giving people feedback, and how is it that you in particular, like right now, you give feedback without making it sound, shall we say harsh? I mean, in a way that here, Sylviana, the person who's receiving your feedback, is totally comfortable with what you had to say.
Mm-hmm. And I make a note of it. Okay?
And you made a note of it, too. The reason I'm asking is because, I have, as you know, I have students who workshop their work in my class, and it's hard. It's hard to teach young people, young writers, to do the kind of workshopping that that comes so easily and so naturally to us.
Well, one of the things is that you have to have these norms. How are we going to give feedback? And we decided on that. We said, okay, this is the way we're going to give feedback. It's going to be useful, and in order to be useful, it has to be specific, and it has to be something that we just decided that we're going to be kind with our critique, and I think that's made us be more unified as a group. And it's very easy to just say this, you need to do this. This is wrong. This stinks. Why do you have this? It's very easy, and we're not taught in school how to be tactful, how to express an opinion in a way that it is acceptable to people if we want them to do something about it. It's just like, and you see this in the media. I mean, television, I'm thinking more, it's like, there are put downs, it's a lot of negative opinion and feedback. And so what we have agreed upon over the years is that we want to make it better, and we come to the meetings with that. And I always remember something that Sylviana said, because we love, well, what we're doing is creating, and we love our creations.
Nobody can tell us it's ugly.
But Sylviana says we love our babies, but some babies are ugly, she said. So it's like you're not going to bring those, you're not going to photograph those babies. You're not going to bring those babies to the limelight. So it's putting it's like, I want to have my best writing here, and so I know that I'm always going to get feedback from you. And it is very important what you just said, just the way that we give it. And when I was thinking about giving this feedback to Sylviana, I wasn't even thinking about how can I say it so that she accepts it, and because I didn't even give it a second thought, because we just do this so much as a matter of fact. And it's not always just saying it. A lot of it is in the form of question. We can give feedback in the form of questions, and we're not taught that in schools. We're not taught that. So as human beings, we have to learn that, and it takes time to learn that. I'm still learning myself how to do those things, and especially if you have a little editor in there that's always saying, oh, you could have said this better, why'd you use that word, blah blah blah. It's like this little editor drives me crazy sometimes.
I have 3 points. Are you done?
Yes.
Okay. Number one, I see as our critiquing process, I see it as like when you see those court dramas and the prosecutor and the defense lawyer, they're best friends when they walk out.
Absolutely.
And in there, you think, oh, but we don't murder each other. I'm just saying, we're different people when we take this role of, well, my role of we all have different personalities. My way of asking is, I always see it going somewhere, I get the idea that what she just said, oh, I want to know more. I always want to know more. That's how usually my feedback is. Mm-hmm. I don't have time to watch TV like this.
I know, I'm the picky one. I'm that picky one.
But I think that we've always remained friends anyway, and we went so far. Pero I think your students have to learn that you're not attacking the person. Anyway, you're not attacking anything, but I mean, if you take it too personal and hurt your feelings, we're back to the ugly baby. What we try to say is we want the creation to be clearer, that it could always be better and clearer and más concise or más imagery or más whatever, so that they get it in their brain that it's not the person that we're saying. It's this little written word here. That's what we're focused on. If this word, nightmares, well, es pesadilla. Why don't you use another word? Well, okay, let me see. And the accepting, what you're saying, the accepting is muy importante. And if you can't accept that, then you have a very thin skin, because, and I think that as writers, we fall in love with our words. Oh, ay, está chula, sí. But you have to get to the point, back to the ugly little baby. Yeah, this is demasiado. And we hate to delete. Híjola, we hate to delete. We hate to delete. We hate to rewrite. And until you get, I guess maybe if you take a vote, how many of you think that should be there? And then you raise your hand, okay, then I'll do it. But,
Well, actually, you were very quick to accept. I mean, Valerina didn't suggest that you take anything out. She asked, if I remember correctly, she said something like, what was going, I noticed this. what was going on there when you said it here and then you said it again over here. And she visually created for you with her hands, you know, the repetition of that section. And you know, and all she did was say, I observed this, I noticed this, you know, what was the intention or something like that. And you immediately you went to look at it and you just almost automatically said, oh, well, you know, maybe I should take that out, which was a very, you know, I mean, I think that on the one hand, you say that we fall in love with our babies and our writing is our baby. And we hate to rewrite or, you know, take out or anything. But it seems also that the more experience you have at these things, the more you realize, you know what, especially when I'm working with people that I trust as writers, that I respect as writers, as craftspeople, I don't have to worry that they're trying to mess me up here. In fact, she's probably saying this because maybe there is a problem there that I should look at.
And we do miss a lot, ¿verdad? Because sometimes, like what Valerina just said there, even as she's saying it, there's no reason why I can't put it up and say, I wish that she would promise. You know, I could still make a sentence without repeating that, so I could see that it's fixable. Because como te dije, the stubborn viejita and the little girls, she says, well, that sounds like a promise to me. You know? So she doesn't have to actually do it. So everything's workable. ¿Qué más quieres, honey?
That's it.
You can give a summary of you being a bilingual.
Yeah, no, thank you very much for allowing me to film this, because as you know, for years, I've been wanting to document some of the things that we do, because our sessions are so I don't know, there's so much pedagogy here. It's amazing how much learning goes on and how much we actually think about the craft and focus on our craft and bring it up to these incredible metacognitive levels that I don't think.
What kind of level?
¿Verdad? I used one of those big words. ¿Verdad?
Oh, like
above.
Cognizant, but more than cognizant.
Ándale, más. That I don't think we ever really, you know, I don't think people really imagine the kind of richness that happens at these sessions. Yeah.
Well, this is pretty typical of a meeting. This is either we have a discussion like this before, but more typically after, when we've written, that we have a discussion like this, that it ends up being like this. And I just want to make sure that you get the date, which is March 20th, 2010.
And we're celebrating Quaresma.
And it's going to be Sylviana's 70th birthday next week.
Next week.
It's so funny, when I'm out and about and think things, I think I lost 10 years somewhere. Like when the 90s became 1990s, and then now we're in 2000 something. What happened to that's a title?
2000 and something?
Yeah, I have a title. What happened to 1990 to, I lost the 10, because you know what I'm saying? It's like when I'm trying to do math or algo, wait up. Like somebody says 83, they say, oh, 83, what's that, 7 years ago? No, it's 17. You told me that the other day, and I go, what happened to 10 years then?
What happened to 10 years?
I lost 10 years. So I'm really going to be 59. I decided to be 20.
Inside, we're a different age.
I still look at young guys.
Okay.
Just to straddle me.
Oh, I think you should say that again. I think you should tell us about the Oscarijuelas. No, actually, I think it's time to say goodnight, folks. And
You got me so mixed up. I almost went to the mirror and tried to figure this out.
This is a reference to a naughty scene from Oscar Hijuelas' novel. ¿Cómo se llama? La María,
De
¿qué?
mi alma, de mi alma.
María de mi
my
alma.
soul.
Anyway, there's a real sexy scene in there that Sylviana didn't understand. And Valerina did, and she called her a harlot for understanding it.
With love.
Bye.
With love.